Hey investors, this is Hunter Berg. This is the first of many videos that I'm going to be posting on the investor feed on through my YouTube channel. And I'm going to talk about different topics such as like markets, thoughts on the markets, conversations we've had on the feed, or things that I'd like to talk about on the feed with my followers and everyone else who's on the app. And the first topic that I want to talk about is the importance of investor and how we can use investor as a tool to learn, educate ourselves about markets, and even with the goal of becoming a better trader, investor, etc. So, the importance of investor. Why use investor? Why not just open a brokerage account? Well, when people ask me what to do when they're first investing, like, hey, you've been doing this for some years, like, what would you do if you could go back, or what did you start with? I always say paper trade. Paper trading is the way to do it. Paper trading is the way to go for as long as you can so you can become comfortable with the markets and with certain strategies so that you can hop in just going, just like hitting it, running. So, what is paper trading? The term comes from basically just taking a paper, looking at an equity, the price of some sort of stock, um, selecting a buy-in as it goes. You buy in, you write that price down. All right, well, I just did this. I bought without actually putting any money in, without opening an account, without any risk. Okay, you do that. All right, and depending on your strategy and what you want to do, if you want to day trade all the way to long-term invest, then you just wait days, weeks, maybe a month to later, months, 6 months, year, 2 years. And then you come back to your sheet, you look at your equities, and you select, okay, well, I'm going to sell these shares here. And then as you go, you see how well you do. It's easy to calculate how well you do. And you develop your strategies. You learn along the way. So I really recommend doing this for as long as possible. And we don't have to do the paper, we don't have to get our pamphlets out and start writing this stuff down because we have programs such as Investor. We have the ability to just like click a button when we want to buy and then click a button when we want to sell those shares. We have the ability to go through the app and look at the charts and learn certain modes of technical analysis that people could never do when they were outside of college or outside the classroom, just paper trading, trying to learn how to invest or trade just 10 years ago. So I can't stress enough, like, investor is your tool to learn how the markets work and to learn strategies of how to benefit from the markets and from their movements. Um, so that's what I really recommend starting with. I recommend doing that for at least 4 to 6 months if you're brand new. If you're brand new, definitely do it for at least that because within that time we could have like a small bull market and then it could just turn bearish for a really long time, or we could start bearish and then you're like, oh well, I'm really bad at this, I should not do this. Then you leave and then the markets turn up, which is more common than you think. So I recommend doing that, following other people, starting conversations, really engage the feed. The feed is where there's so many great minds that we all have access to with just like questions. Just if you have any question, don't be shy, just ask. Like, that's the whole point of the app. It's a social network that's centered around this skill that we all can benefit from for our entire lives. So engage the feed, ask the questions, and learn as much as you can. Like, go into the chart mode, turn your device sideways, click on all those different charting tools, the Fibonacci, all of these different tools, and read up on them. They have explanations, and then you can click them. Then you can go on sites like Investopedia, and then you can just learn so many things about that and what they've been used for, and like who uses them, for instance. So I really recommend engaging in the different aspects of the app that are somewhat underrated, that we don't really talk about on the feed as much, and we don't we don't um, we don't know about until we use them. So I recommend doing that. Then after those 6 months to a year to 2 years, however long, depending on your age, depending on your income, depending on so many things, then yeah, open a brokerage account. And for most brokerage accounts, you have to put at least $1,000 in. Um, some are 500, but that's becoming very rare. You could put that money in there. Don't maybe not trade all of it. Maybe keep that as like a separate account from your bank. That's just hanging out there. Then maybe start with $20, $50, $100, $200, and then just keep it small. And then have the goal, all right, well, in 6 months, maybe I can grow this $50 into like $70 or $100. Like shoot high and see if you can do it. And if you can do it consistently, great. Then take the next step and put more in. If if it's going awry and you are feeling less confident, keep paper trading or just keep trading with that small amount. Either way, I recommend always keeping Investor under your radar and always using the app, because even if you're not it's not your primary like strategy that you're doing on that because you're doing it elsewhere, develop a new one on there or ask about a new one. Follow someone else who has a different strategy or trades different equities than you are um, comfortable with, and learn that. And that's what I have been doing for the last 5 months. I've been trading on my E-Trade portfolio, but then I've been using Investor to try different strategies, trading crypto a lot, stopping trading of crypto for a while, and focusing on certain tech equities, and just switching it up and seeing how well I do each month. But you want to be making consistent gains before you open that brokerage account and put your own hard-earned money into the markets. So that's it for this video. Thanks for listening. Send me a like if you learned something from this. Comments below. I would love to talk about this. If you have any questions or any you want to know any other resources I recommend, hit me up. Comment on one of my trades or under this post, and we'll talk about it. Thanks a lot. Happy trading. Bye.